Ball is away. It's an end-over-end wobbler. DeJuan Gross has the catch at the 40. Flag down. 45, 50, 45, 40. Into the 35.
Oh, come on. Oh, my goodness.
As the
dumbass, stupid
turn.
35.
This portion brought to you today by Dawn, the dishwashing liquid that takes grease out of your way.
Now you have to regain your composure.
Oh, you don't either.
Yes, you do.
And by Bold 3 detergent with built-in fabric softener.
Our defense coming out and giving up touchdowns on the first drive of the second half. I'm going to lose my mind if they do that.
That is terrible.
Stupid turns, my friends, and the dumbass stupid. It might actually happen. After all last week, deadlines, not meeting deadlines, and negotiations, and back and forth we go. Over the weekend, we learned that the Big Ten and the SEC have given the Saving College Sports from Itself Act their blessing. They blessed it.
The blessing.
They've blessed it. There aren't any Catholic schools in the SEC, are there?
In the SEC?
Yeah.
Definitely not. I think, down there back in the day, they had these guys that wore these pointy hats. They didn't like Catholics.
There's no Catholic schools in the Big Ten either, right?
Northwestern's not Catholic, are they? They're just private?
No, they're just a bunch of upper-class twits.
Bunch of McMasters.
Bunch of dorks. Well, in either way.
Yeah.
It's possible. It's possible. Now, I just saw a tweet that said the full
bill
language of the bill has yet to be.
That hasn't stopped anyone from voting for something before, John.
Put out there.
They're happy to vote.
But there is a chance that they have the votes and we could get the Saving College Sports from Itself Act.
Do I need to apologize? Do I need to own up to being wrong about this? Or should I hold the line because they have not voted on it just yet? Because you know me, man. I have, for as long as I have known you, said, no way in hell this is happening. The government is not coming to save you. It's not going to happen. And now I feel like for the first time ever, I am going to be wrong about this. And mainly because they got the blessing from college sports. That's the thing.
Well, they got the blessing from the Big Ten and the SEC.
Yeah, they signed off, not the government. The government didn't sign off.
Right.
Those two leagues signed off. Yeah, Baymon says it got further than I ever thought it would. Absolutely. And I think it's going to get across the finish line. I think that this is going to happen. I really do.
Well, then the real question becomes, because this goes back to my initial objections, was how much of this is going to be legal? How much of this is going to pass Supreme Court muster if someone decides to challenge it? Remember, all this being done and zero input from the athletes. None. Imagine if Congress were able to pass a bill. Now, I realize they have an antitrust exemption, but imagine if Congress could pass a bill dictating how the NFL does its terms.
But if the
NFL players had no,
but if the NFL, see, that's the thing. There's a collectively bargained agreement, but there's not in college sports, and so that's the thing. So the NFL players would say, "Whoa, we got to have some conversations." The college players have nothing. They have, and that's
why I wonder if this thing's, even if it gets passed, but even if it gets brought into law. Not
to get too political, they got the courts on their sides. Like, everybody wants this over there, and if they get the right people to say we want this, I just don't think anyone's going to be able to overturn it.
I don't know. I have my doubts still. We'll see.
I hope you're right, because I'm guessing that there's going to be stuff in here that we like, and I think there's going to be stuff in here that we definitely dislike.
Well, there's many things in here, but the biggest thing, and the thing that really took up a lot of the oxygen, was this idea of a cap. And right now, there's a $21 million revenue share cap that the schools totally adhere to. Well, the legislation, as it is written, or will be written, would create a $22.5 million retention pool that schools can use on keeping athletes. So think about this. Of the money, more of it is allocated towards retaining players than it is to go out and get new ones.
And you know why that is? That, along with the new or old transfer rules, meet the new transfer rules, same as the old transfer rules.
Right.
They're trying to incentivize keeping players.
Correct.
They're trying to incentivize it because here's how they're doing it. They're saying, hey, programs, you have more money. that than you have elsewhere to use on your own guys. And what that says to the players is, hey, players, it is beneficial for you to stay because there is more money for you. And again, you can move free one time, but otherwise you'd be penalized. Like that's why they are trying to do it from that perspective.
There's also $5 million that would be spent only on women and non-revenue sports.
So they're saying, hey, look at us. We're also happy to do so when it's not, just football or men's basketball.
So that's basically a $49 million overall cap. Now, this would cover everything. No more third-party NIL
so
coming from boosters.
Collectives are dead.
Collectives will be dead.
No. Collectives will be dead, but paying under the table will return in full force, will it not?
Well, it already has, but is this going to necessarily stop any of that? Probably not.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where it sits right now.
Mm-hmm. Do we think that this is good for Nebraska football? Do we think that this is good for Nebraska's athletic department? We've spent months around here. We've heard Matt Rule say, like, we don't have enough money. We need more money. We had all those conversations after the basketball season where it was like, wow, they just had their most successful season of all time.
Yeah.
And it seems like the best that they could do was get their number up to a place where they were in the same spot as they were previously.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first reaction of just, I don't know if Nebraska is going to be able to compete at a incredibly high level if this is the new law. I wonder what it means for Creighton. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money, I don't know how that's going to happen.
Now, as of now, there are only a few schools that could hit this cap and go past it.
Correct.
So, see, that's my...
Does it just keep it the same as it already is? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know if it changes a whole lot.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Does it change from the perspective, though, that it's a higher number, and so it seems further away, even though you're probably right?
It does. But, again, we don't know how it's going to be applied.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't control the one thing that college athletics has never been able to control are the third-party boosters.
Yeah, and that's the thing that was the other takeaway for me is NIL or collectives, I think, are going by the wayside.
And
but
they are going
in
away.
Name, in tax breaks, and all of those things.
Yeah,
it's just going to return to what it used to be.
Sure.
Where we're going to suddenly have conversations about cheating again. We're going to have conversations about being paid under the table again. For whatever reason, that is going to be alive and well in college football.
I mean, honestly, right now for the athletes, the bigger issue is the unlimited free agency that we now have in college athletics would be curtailed. Definitely. Because this would carve out only a one-time transfer, one free transfer.
And then if you do it again, you have to sit out. So
Correct.
it really does say to the players, like, you better want to do this. Otherwise,
which is amazing to me. And listen, they're able to do it because there isn't a collective bargaining agency.
Correct.
There's not a union. And there won't be one for a long time.
Correct,
now maybe this getting through and the athletes seeing their freedom go from unlimited back to restricted to a degree might be the impetus to get others to act. But again, for a lot of these college kids, they're in for 4 or 5 years and then they're gone.
Well, and that's the thing. The thing that I would wonder about is, would you see players collectively get together and strike? That's how, if you want to get to a place where there is a CBA, I have to imagine that would be the step to do so. Otherwise, if they go along with it, if they just say, this sucks, your boss comes down, hey, we're doing this new thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, I hate it. But then you do it. It's like, okay, well, can't have an argument here now. If you were like, I agree, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. If they keep playing, then it's not really going to matter. But you're right. Like, that's the thing that I just keep wondering about is, what voice do they have? Do they have a voice in any of this right now?
Well, right now, the answer to that is none.
Yeah.
There is no voice.
Mm-hmm.
This has all been negotiated behind the scenes with the conferences and the senators.
Yeah.
That's it.
But going back to the money, given how high it is going to be, like, that's the olive branch. But look, there's more of it. Hey, look, there's more of it for staying. Hey, look, there's more of it for women's sports. Like, that's the argument that they're going to make.
Sure. Well, we'll see. They've got, and they've got a few more days. The possibility is they could have a vote as soon as this weekend
Mm-hmm.
before the August break. And, I wish I had a stronger opinion, but I don't. I really don't know how this is written, if this is going to be good for Nebraska or bad for Nebraska.
I guess every change that's happened in college sports lately has seemingly been bad for him. So maybe that's the easy bet.
Right.
Michael, real quick, says, before we talk to Michael Severe, have the feds explain how they're going to enforce their rules in their sports act? Who's investigating? What power will they have? Subpoena power? What punishments will there be? Excellent questions.
Excellent questions.
Mm-hmm.
The answer, I don't know.